Darling, let's get those handsprings. So this move is iconic, and maybe this takes you a little bit longer, maybe it doesn't take you as long, but I'm going to share with you some of my favorite tips that'll make it as easy as possible for you. The biggest thing that I can say about having a good handspring is it's important that as a dancer you have a good handstand. There's also other videos that we've done on this, and there's a very precise way that I recommend doing your handstand to get you ready for doing it on the pole in a handspring or Ayesha. The biggest thing I will say about this is, again, it's all in our alignment. What I want us to focus on when we're upside down, we've got a hand up here by our waist, whether it's in a true grip, a cup grip, a twisted grip, which I recommend getting started in our true grip. Our other arm is going to be upside down in line with our midline and the pole. When we're upside down in the air, I want to make sure that my shoulder is pushing in my air. I'm physically touching, and I'm actually lined up with the pole. My nose, my belly, and my midline is lined up with the pole. The biggest thing that I'll see when people are learning this is they don't want to commit to that head totally upside down. So they're going to try to go upside down and get their booty overhead, but they're still going to be out here. What we have to shoot for is a handstand position. And if you can feel that, if you're upside down in a handstand, you're going to be pulling your belly back, pushing those shoulders in your ears, and tucking those hips under. This is the position that we want to feel once we're upside down into that shape. We can get into our handsprings from a lot of different ways. It's really nice to do it from, example, a crucifix or a butterfly. I recommend having a good spot if we're new to this. And there's also our prance up into our handspring. I really recommend it because it's a slow way to start building up that arm underneath us. So let's go ahead and set this up. I'm going to start for my prance standing next to my pole. Make sure, as always, those shoulders are depressed and you've got a nice, stable, open chest. My inside arm is going to be in my true grip. Connect your palm, wrap your fingers and thumb, and maintain a straight wrist without wrapping overly in that wrist. Think about a nice, strong arm here through the elbow. I'm going to let myself push those hips back, and this arm comes across my body. Now notice, I'm not going to stand back away from the pole. I actually want this arm a little bit across my chest this way. From here, I'm going to look at the pole. I want to make sure I'm not too far forward with the pole up my body. Rather, I want to have myself in line with the pole, more so right here. My arms across my chest, my head's right here. Imagine I'm going to pull myself upside down and my hips will be overhead. Another thing for our prance, we want to avoid kicking back this way. You're going to keep your chest in, and this kick is going to go to the side. What's going on with this bottom arm in our full bracket? Very important. I'm going to open up my palm, index finger down. Start with a soft elbow to really feel that connection. Wrap those fingers. I'm palming the pole. My elbow, again, is not hyperextended. I want to avoid this at all costs. Bend that elbow slightly. Elbow pit should be facing the pole. And I'm going to be able to pull my chest with my top arm and bottom arm pushing, top arm pulling. Let's go ahead and take that prance. Start small. It's a little weight shift. You're going to prance, try to listen to your shoulder, and watch the top of the pole, looking for those feet. Once I get more comfortable with this and it feels solid in my arms, I'm going to kick a little more and try to get those feet up and over to that other side for my handspring. I'm lined up with the pole, hips are back. The biggest thing I will say on your way up is to get that bottom arm in your shoulder ASAP. Get that arm, that shoulder, full push into alignment before your booty gets overhead. Once your weight's overhead, it's a lot harder to push it up. So go ahead and push that shoulder. On your way up, get that shoulder in place before your hips are even there. Shoulder push, and you're there. Make those handsprings your bitch, darling. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next time.